things are starting to move with Ugarte. It's a little bit like your internet. It's felt like it's been a bit like dial-up, getting Ugarte to download. But finally, we've got some fibre optic and it's absolutely speeding up. So hopefully, it'll be deal complete very soon. Look, we're not at that point yet. Obviously, things can go wrong. People can walk away. We walked away from Branthwaite. We got Yoro and De Ligt done. De Ligt pictures with Mazraoui, by the way, pictured in the training kit with Erik ten Hag. We've got an update on the situation with them training. They didn't train with the squad. They trained separately, but it's not all bad news. Lots to talk about on the show. If we can't sell Casemiro or McTominay, would you accept a 35 million bid for Collier if it meant we could bring in Ugarte? Chuff Bridge, that's chuff nonsense. Mark, fantastic. Good health to you and your family, says Alex Park. Exactly. Well, I mean, and to you as well, Alex. I'm taking all the credit there. Good health to me and my family. No, and you as well, Alex. Right, let's hit this news. This is what we're going to start off with. George Mendes is in England to discuss João Felix to Chelsea and Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United. This is coming in from Fabrizio Romano. PSG still see Ugarte leaving and United want him, but they need the valuation to drop or they need a midfielder to be sold. So some will say Fabrizio's just updating the obvious there, but it wasn't obvious that George Mendes would be in the UK. And Fabrizio was on our show just over a week ago, probably one of his last big significant Ugarte updates, and he continually drops the name George Mendes in relation to Ugarte to Manchester United. So whenever, you know, I think Fabrizio's got an in on Mendes, and I think that, you know, that's not unusual. That's no sports news. You know, Ornstein, Fabrizio, a lot of their knowledge will be coming in from agents, representatives, clubs, etc. But clearly he's got a good relationship with George Mendes. Clearly George Mendes was a massive reason why Lenny Yoro came to Man United and not Real Madrid. And he was a massive reason why João Neves went to PSG. And his third big deal is Ugarte from PSG to Man United. Heavily involved in it. Fabrizio's briefed on it. And George Mendes is in England to discuss João Felix with Chelsea, but also Ugarte with Manchester United. I tell you what, why are Chelsea backing for João Felix? I tell you what, they've got more faces than a townhouse clock, Chelsea. I mean, they changed their bloody transfer targets quicker than the weather changes in the UK in the summer. And it changes fast here. I mean, it's not a Chelsea show, but I didn't even realise they were back in for João Neves, João Felix. Anyway, we're here to talk about Manchester United. So George Mendes is in England to discuss with Manchester United the deal for Ugarte. Now, he'll be in London, but Man United, as far as I'm aware, still have an office in London. So that's not a massive problem. Hi, Mark. Hope you and the family are doing well. If you would have to put a percentage on the likeness, basically give a percentage on the likeliness of Ugarte deal, what would it be, says Dan. Well, I would say that Jude Forsyth wants the FPL league code. I don't know it because I'm not running the United Stand one. I'm not even in it yet. I will be in it, but I'm not in it yet. I've only just registered for Super 6 today, so I'm well behind it, Dan. But if anyone knows the code, let him know. I think percentage-wise, Ugarte signing for United, 100% being it's going to happen, 90% copyright, that's dangerous, 50-50 obviously. I'd say with Ugarte, I'm 75%. 75%, yeah. Phil Berry says, where's Beth? She had a well-deserved break after America. She was on the East Coast with us. Then she went to the West Coast on holiday with some family. So she's back. She's definitely back on Thursday because she's doing a video with Ricky to discuss the season, which I can't wait for. Might be back tomorrow, but definitely back Thursday. Ready to go for the season, Friday Night Football. Okay, yeah, I'll go 75%. Here we go by Friday, and I'm loving the book, says Tom Grant. Honestly, I think with Ugarte and whether we get Here We Go on Friday, I'm not really that bothered. I think that, you know, people moan about, oh, this, that, change this, that and the other. We've got De Ligt, we've got Mazraoui. They can feature against Fulham. Ugarte has got no chance of playing against Fulham. So I think that I'm quite relaxed on that one because we know what Ten Hag is like. Even if we buy Ugarte this weekend, if we beat Fulham, he won't start him away to Brighton anyway. So Ugarte is going to be in the similar position to Casemiro when he came in, where he's going to get up to match fitness. He's got to work for his place. So Ugarte's more of a longer term signing for Manchester United, definitely. Just a bit of breaking news as well. Hannibal Mabry has handed in a transfer request at Manchester United. I mean, to be absolutely fair to Mabry, that's like telling your partner you want a divorce when they've been having an affair for the last 5 years and they don't love you. That's really horrible. That actually is really hot. That's I mean, come on. That's not good. That's not good. What I was trying to say is he's asking for a divorce when we've already asked for one. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Hannibal Mabry has got 1 year left on his contract. We don't want to give him a new contract. So him handing in a transfer request is just odd because Man United want him to go anyway. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't make sense him handing a transfer request in because we're not going to give him a new contract anyway. So, yes. Terence Neo, welcome to Members Club. Would you sell Rashford for 45 to 50 million to get him off the wage bill? No way, Farhan. That's way underpriced. Way underpriced. We're not doing that. Aaron T, thanks for your super chat. So, other updates on George Mendes as well. We've told you about Fabrizio Romano. Breaking news, George Mendes, the agent working on this deal, is in the UK to discuss Ugarte with Manchester United. But further to that, the one I was actually going to lead on was this. So this has come in from L'Equipe again. They've also given us an update on Jadon Sancho today. But this is coming in from L'Equipe today, in the last hour, that Luis Enrique, the PSG manager, has left Manuel Ugarte out of the squad for PSG's training matches. The midfielder could leave before the transfer deadline. I always find this weird to do it because, if anything, it plays into our hands. Now, it might not play into our hands if there are other clubs that want him, but just as a bit of a recap, because sometimes the truth helps, Man United agreed personal terms with Ugarte at the start of July. Fact. Manuel Ugarte wants to come to Manchester United. Fact. So personal term and players wants to come to us. We know that. Because it was so long ago, I think people forget that. We have agreed personal terms and he does want to come to us. PSG are now leaving him out of their training squad. And George Mendes is in England to discuss with Manchester United. The barrier is the transfer fee, but everything else suggests this deal will happen. He's our plan A, we've done personal terms, he wants to join us, PSG have left him out their training camp, everything. It's like, everything suggests today's Tuesday, and everything suggests that Ugarte will join Manchester United. We've just got to sort this fee thing out. So PSG either adjust their fee or we sell a player. That's the barrier here. But the fact that they've left him out is massive news. That is massive. I mean, it's massive news that George Mendes is in the UK to discuss the deal. But on its own, it's absolutely massive that Luis Enrique's left him out of the training squad, because that would be like Man United saying to Christian Eriksen, "You're not training with the first team." I mean, that's not wriggle room for a transfer, is it? That's basically, I mean, if I'm trying to get a good price for him, you don't leave him out of training. So I think PSG are just very much showing their hand that they want him gone ASAP. Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video, because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video, and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, as always.